Speaking to a few people who'd been on holiday or away for a short break last week, it seems that we all had the same experience of bad weather. The temperature had dropped, the rain returned, and there'd been an air of autumn about. Last week, when I escaped to Bath for a few days, it was the same thing. It rained so heavily that the rain came through the roof of our guest house, an old Georgian building on Henrietta Street. And when it rains, everyone heads indoors. We headed for the Abbey, but everyone else had the same idea. And we abandoned our afternoon plans because the crowds and the queue for the Abbey were so great. By the end of my 3-day break, I began to crave the familiar. And sitting in a bistro near Pulteney Bridge and staring at the candle on our table as it flickered in the breeze at an open doorway, I imagined myself in the spaciousness of a church, sitting before a single votive, longing for the quiet and the spaciousness that gives way to the holy, holy, holy. Our spiritual places and spaces profoundly affect us. They go beyond the surface pleasure found in ancient buildings. They catch hold of something deeper within us. Maybe it's a spiritual instinct, a longing for a clarity of spirit, or a deeper knowing of ourselves as a child of God. And for those of us lucky enough to return to our spiritual spaces and places, it has indeed been a blessing. But we can also imagine ourselves into those spaces and places, as I found myself doing while sat at that bistro table. All it took was the light of a flickering candle to evoke the holy, holy, holy. God meets us where we are and as we are. And so I look forward to hearing your stories of how God has met you where you are and as you are. I look forward to hearing what has helped to evoke the holy, 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 and what experiences have invited you and continue to allow you to fall more deeply into God's embrace.